Yo, what's up, people? It's Arsenal versus Man United. It's the big behemoth. It's the massive knockout punch game. We got all kind of boxing, Dylan White and Tyson Fury as well, happening as well on the weekend. So it's going to be pure haymakers getting thrown around this weekend. And Arsenal wants to get into the fight. They want to get into the mix. And it's going to be nice. They've come off the back of a wonderful win against Chelsea. Eddie Nketiah, it took him 50 minutes on Wednesday night to equal Alexander's Premier League open goals tally for the entire season as he led Arsenal to a spectacular win at Stamford Bridge. Arteta just doing all kind of damage against Chelsea at home and away. And remember, the first fixture in week 2 was when Arsenal had 9 players out because of COVID and everything else. So it really tells you all you need to know about what's going on and what's expected from them. And to think, guys, Arsenal are missing both wing-backs in Tierney and Tomiyasu, even though Tomiyasu is back in training. And they're missing Thomas Partey as well. They're missing their anchor man. And they're still in the fight. Yeah? A lot of people like myself thought it was done with those injuries. Even better news now, there's talks of Tomiyasu coming back for this game. He's already been in training for a couple of days. So whatever the injury was, it's gone now. And really now it's just about his fitness. So he's available. And on top of that, even better news, Thomas Partey is said to be back for the Tottenham game. That's what they're talking about now. They're saying that they're going to take it slow with him and they're going to bring him up nicely and see where he is. He's definitely going to miss the next few games. But what they're talking about now is trying to get him back for Tottenham. That would be huge. Could you imagine Thomas Partey coming back for what would be our biggest game of the season? So there's a lot of things to feel great for as an Arsenal fan. That Hayland Academy is just pumping everybody out right now. Saka, Smith Rowe, Nketiah, who came from Chelsea when he was about 15, all developed from there. And what we're seeing is them fully on display. Isn't it weird? We're talking about the differences between Arsenal and Tottenham were paving away with Kane and Song. Could you imagine if they didn't have Kane and Song and that they had the youngest team in the league? They wouldn't even be in this competition. They wouldn't even be in the fight. And that just goes to show you how much work Arteta has done with this team and how much they've grown in such a short space of time. It really speaks volumes. Sitting back and looking at it, I really do think that some of the fans have really undersold what has been happening in the team this year. The fact that we are talking about them in this light, competing for a top 4 place, I think is absolutely phenomenal. The work that Arteta has been able to do. When you think about Man United as well, let's bring Man United into the mix. When you think about what they did, they brought in Varane, they brought in Sancho, they brought in Ronaldo into a team that finished runners-up last season. That team finished second. And then you went and added those players into the mix. They should be battling for the title right now. So the fact that we're talking about Arsenal battling Spurs for the top 4, you think about Arteta and the work that he's done. There's been nothing short of phenomenal to put them in the position that he has in so far this season. So listen, big shout out. Always going to get props from me for things like that because it's just been an amazing achievement. And I know some people are out there all trying to discredit it and saying they ain't going to account to nothing. And, you know, if you've got a personal agenda for the manager, then that's you. But when you look at what they've done with the team this year, it's been brilliant. Man United, on the other hand, is going to have a little bit more flexibility. He didn't have Ronaldo. He didn't have, because obviously what happened to his son. They're going to be missing Fred. Maguire's in terrible form. When you look at Man United, they've dropped below Arsenal into 6th place on goal difference as well, is really bad. A defeat at the Emirates would leave them 6 points adrift, having played 1 more game. Now, United are coming to the Emirates with just 2 wins in their last 7 league matches there, as well as losing each of their last 3 away from home. Now, they're still waiting for their first Premier League clean sheet on a rival turf. That hasn't happened since the start of this year. So joining Pogba is going to be Luke Shaw, Fred and Edison Cavani in the medical bay. Raphael Varane is going to be back into the squad and even Eric Bailly might be considered. But I think for them, it's really going to be a toss-up in the coin, really, because they've just got, this is a last ditch. This is a last ditch game for them. For Man United, they just got to come out and see if they can produce something. And really, when you look at what happened against Spurs, the team did nothing. It was all Ronaldo. So at the Emirates, as long as you lock down Ronaldo, I don't think that there'll be a threat at all. And locking him down is going to be something very difficult to do. But I think for Arsenal, they've got the party, Tierney sidelined. Lacazette's back in training now, but Eddie Nketiah has done enough to tell everybody that he deserves a chance to start and put a run of games together. Wouldn't it be nice if he just carried on his fantastic form and kept scoring goals, which is all he's ever done? And I know I talked about him being undersized and everything, but again, that's why I talk about Dwight York. That's why I talk about Andy Cole, because those guys were undersized as well. They weren't the type of stereotypical strikers that you would see in the Premier League, but yet they were able to produce because of their energy, the work levels, the intelligence, the runs that they used to make. That was where they made their name, and of course, their finishing as well. So, really do hope that this kicks off Nketiah's career and finally he'll be able to get a run of games deservingly of his performances. It's going to be a tricky one, guys. I think I'm going to go for 2-1 Arsenal here, home win, to catapult them, because you're never going to discount Ronaldo out. Ronaldo's going to be dangerous regardless of what happens. And we just have to do a job on him. I don't really see any of their levels coming in to hurt Arsenal. But then again, Arsenal's worst villain have been themselves. Arsenal's worst problem this season has been having to deal with the lack of urgency that they've come out on the pitch. But hopefully they'll be able to maintain this formation, come out and show the manager that they're worthy of being chosen to be on the team sheet, because you really should be battling to get on the team sheet now. You shouldn't have to think that your name is going to be called just because of who you are. I know the squad is thin at Arsenal, but there still has to be an element of competition. So I'm going 2-1 Arsenal. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll speak to you guys in the next one, man. Peace out, everybody. Nice one.